Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video we are doing a bit of a machinery juggling act. I have to get all the machinery moved around the place. This shed has to be emptied. I have a dung pit full of trailers that has to be moved so we can get cleaning sheds out, and there's machinery left all over the yard, so I have to get them all moved around. I have sheds cleared and out farms to put some of the stuff, move the balers out, move the mower, the tethers, the rakes, all into to keep them under cover for the winter. And it's just generally what I'm doing today is finding a permanent parking spot for the winter for a lot of the machinery, because everything is in the way of everything else in this yard, and we badly, I know everyone keeps saying it, but we badly need a machinery shed or proper machinery parking area. And just to let you in on a little secret, because we do have something in mind, this area here just behind our meal shed and our maize pit, which is, as you can see, it isn't of any, it's not been used for any real purpose other than abandon a few bits of kit and a lot of scrap metal out here that's to be tidied. And this area here we're going to turn into a parking spot. We have some of the stone we need, it's over there, and the only reason it hasn't been done yet is because the daywood digger still hasn't come home. As soon as the daywood digger comes home, this is getting tidied, dug out, and we're going to be putting in a stone base with the intentions then of putting up a machinery shed out here. But that's not going to happen today or tomorrow. But if we get stone out there, that'd leave us a heck of a lot easier, because we'd have somewhere to park machinery that wouldn't be in the yard and leave everything in the way of everything else. That's just a general rule here. Anytime you ask where do you want to put something, you say out of the way. And where's out of the way? There's nowhere out of the way, because everything is in the way of everything else. So anyways, we better get stuck into it. First job is to find somewhere to leave that stair that's not in the way of anything else I need to move, and is also not too far out of the way, because I will need to put on before the end of the week to pump up the store. So yeah, find somewhere to leave it, and then I'll have this tractor for shunting stuff down the road. Figure out where I'm going to put this now. So, next thing I'm going to pick up now is the dung spreader, and we're going to leave it in at the back at the crimp pit, because we're going to need the dung spreader again, not for spreading dung, but to bring milk peat back from the out farm that's stored in the shed that you've seen to bed the cattle with, as we can pack the dung spreader into the shed, empty the load out into the shed, spreads it out for us, and it's kind of an easier way than getting a tipping trailer, tip it outside the shed and then start pushing it into the shed. It's that little bit easier so for getting it in. So that's what we'll use the dung spreader for the winter, is moving the milk peat up. Dung spreader hooked up. And that's dropped off there. So now I'll pick up the cattle trailer and I'll leave it in front of it. Reason for that being that the cattle trailer, I'm going to need the cattle trailer before, I'll need that to bring back the rest of the cows before I can put the cattle trailer away for the winter. Well, I mean away, out of the way, like what I'm trying to do this whole video. And yeah, I'm going to need it first before I'll need the dung spreader, because we don't bed the calves on milk peat, we'll keep them bedded up on straw, so I'm not going to need that to bed the calves. So anyway, we'll pick up the cattle trailer next and move it around there and get it out of the dung pit. Leave this in front of the dung spreader and try not to get caught another trailer straight out here. It's a wee bit tight. That's never done a bit too tight together. At least with so much of the silage pit gone out now, or with a fair chunk of it, maybe a quarter way through it, It's given me at least I have enough space now to be able to navigate the yard a bit better, especially with this cattle trailer, because it is quite a big cattle trailer. Very handy to have though. Now, one of the fun bits while you're on your own, trying to figure out how far back you have to go. That's that done. Next thing I want to do to move all them other trailers out of there is I need to move stuff behind the slurry store, because we store our trailers there, and yeah, it's just where we store the trailers. I don't think I'll have space this year. Maybe later on when we get some of the milk peaches, I might be able to move some of our trailers to put them under cover. Currently, I don't think I have any space for trailers. Best make sure I get the balers, mowers, tether, rake, fertilizer spreader, grass harrow, keep all them stuff under cover if I can. Now we'll go move some other machines. So 435S is still here, yes, but we are finished with it now, so we just have to get it washed down, bit of a valet, just tidied up, just move this out of the way. I have to move the umbilical system out of the way, and then I can get behind that. So now I have to find somewhere to leave this that's not in the way of anything else. Always a problem. So now we moved the umbilical system. I haven't really put it anywhere because I'm kind of hoping that this year I get a bit of space that I'll be able to put in a shed somewhere, because there's nothing to do now for the winter. Nothing at all, not till springtime. I also want to get washed. Don't have time to go washing that today. Want to get washed and want to get left into a shed somewhere out of the way. So I don't want to put too much out of the way, or it'll sit there all winter, won't get in anywhere. Also, two things we have to fix on it for next season is the wires going into the solenoid for splitting between the mass rear and rolling up is, where am I going to leave this now? Another issue, it's all issues. I think I'll leave it here and I'll start it again when I need it. I'll get what's out there moved first. Yeah, but I don't want to leave it in front of that. But anyways, that's one issue, is that the connection's going into that solenoid, and then I need to put new droppers on the arm, so that's the yellow bay lay flat piping. Other than that, this tractor is ready to rock and roll. She finished the season in good working order, which is great. Anyways, yeah, we gotta find somewhere to put this now. So just after picking up the 6-furrow wagon plough, and I'm leaving it back to where we borrowed it, we decided not to go with it in the end. Don't get me wrong, it's a great plough, and it ploughed, very happy with how it ploughed, but it is a big plough. It's very long. For 6 furrows it is quite a long, bit of an awkward bit of a plough, but it kind of makes more sense for us to get the 5-furrow going and not buy another plough, because we have enough ploughs, but get the 5-furrow going. But anyways, I'll drop this back up to the firm we borrowed it off, and then get back to the yard and try and get a lock of trailers or balers, get more stuff moved, because I'm starting to run out of daylight now, and when it gets dark I have to feed cattle and stuff, so yeah, fun. But anyways, we get this big old plough drop back. Now, the next thing to go in after dropping back the plough is the whole, talking to the camera, is the whole crop header. And as you might tell, using the teleporter, so that might give you an idea of how hard it is to get it in where I need it to go. But it puts it out of the way and won't be seen again till next year. So, but it's a difficult spot to get in. Yeah. Right, get to it.
The next day, and we are just ready now.
with all the jobs I had to do in the morning, so it is after dinner again. But hopefully now we'll get a lot of what I need to get done today. But anyways, I'm ready now to move the trailers round to the back of the slurry store. All the trailers have finished up, no issues, no flat tires, all is good. The only thing I'd absolutely love if we had the time to do it, is get the wet blaster at all the trailers and respray them. It just make the job so much nicer, but I'm not going to get that done. Also, I just want to ask you, what do most people, now I'd love to be able to put the trailers under cover, but I can't. And what issues with the trailers, the water fills in the front. Now it's not going to bother the two trainers because they have enough holes in the front to let the water out, something that does need to be sorted. But on the Hearn and the Cane, they'll hold water, and I was thinking maybe tip it up, put a block in it, and then let it down on the block. That keeps the trailer tilted back, but then that exposes the ramp. Anyone else have any suggestions on how to keep the water out of front of them? Do you just drill a hole, or yeah, put them in a shed? But I just don't have shed space at the minute. Anyways, we'll get these trailers moved around out of the way, and then the dung.
So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay, won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the.
So now we have in the shed now, so we've out the 3690 and the 6270, and you've probably already seen it, but it's lacking a back window. Yeah, the back window broke. Liv was driving it and she got the fright of her life, and she has no idea what happened. The back window just went smash. So yeah, I have the new back window ordered. It's going to be here Monday, bought off AgriLine. So I get these two tractors just parked out because I'll put them back in this evening. I have fertilizer spreader, finger worm mower. I have me the grass harrow, but oh, no fall. As you can probably tell, it's missing something. So yeah, what last jobs I done, the pin snapped on it there, and not for the life of us could we get back over where it is. So we're probably going to have to take the whole arm off and bring it to something a bit more solid. Just no way. So yeah, that has to be fixed, but we have to find a home for it as well. We have winter oat seed in here that didn't get sown. Winter oats and spring oats, it's all the one. The variety is Husky. I am nearly 100% sure. Yeah, Husky. So winter oats and spring oats, it's all the one. Trailer load of turf, which I have no idea where. I asked where am I supposed to go with it, where did you want it left? He hasn't a clue, so I'm going to leave it across in where we have a bit of one of the sheds that we have a small bit of grain left in, and the other trailer. I'm not putting anything else in there because that has to be emptied as well, so we can put in more cattle, but I have nowhere to go with the turf. Massive 50s, you're going to have to go outside and move the John Deere and the Fusion at the back, and then kind of a bit of a quick tidy up, and then all the stuff I put in there from when we put in the bulls, all that has to also come out here now. So yeah, fun. Right, take out these tractors. 50-50 is going to have to sleep outside for a few nights. Not till I get some straw out of the hay shed that I can put some of these yolks inside. I'm going to leave this up to that farm. A little bit dark in this shed. There's not a whole lot better. So we leave the John Deere here. We'll go get the Fusion, leave it in front. We're going to put everything into the shed based on when it's going to be needed first. So we'll have the John Deere, the Fusion, the tether, the rake, the mowers, or the rake, the tether, the mowers. It's something like that. The John Deere finished the season in perfect working order, no issues. Maybe a lack of pickup times. Other than that, she's 110%. LP is beside me here, you can't really see it, but I need to make sure I can get in to get the mill peat as well as get machinery in. So we'll get this off and we'll go bring up the Fusion. Hook it all up and away we go with it. So it is, you can hardly see me, it's quite dark at the minute. Fusion is in, out of the way. Is it in good repair, ready to go next year? Not really, not really. PTO shaft is bent and twisted. Yes, people did spot that. It did start off, the PTO cover was loose, the bushing was gone, and then I don't know what happened. We couldn't get it on and I went looking at it and then I seen, yes, it's not right at all. The front crumbler roller is about to collapse. The pickup needs all new cams and bearings and stuff. It pretty much rebuilt the pickup, and Robert was saying as well, it needs a new pickup wheel as well, and Robert was also saying that because we done the main bearing and the feed intake, the big rotor, that we should do the bearings also on the gearbox and on the other side. So anyways, back to the yard. I have to now go clean out, move pallets. Now that's what I'll be doing for the rest of the evening. This video is about moving the machinery, finding homes for them, so there's not much point showing you moving pallets around. We'll mosey on and we'll pick this up maybe tomorrow when I get moving a few more machines around the place. So now everyone, it has been quite some time since the last bit of this video was filmed. Quite some time. But anyways, we're back and we're going to get this finished. I want to get 2 plows put away. I want to get the tether, the mowers and the rake all put into the shed. And if I get that much done, I'm happy, and this video will be finished at that. The slurry tankers and the umbilical system needs a wash, and I was hoping I might put in this video, but that's probably going to take a lot of time on top of that, and this video might get a bit long. So if you want to see me washing them, might be a bit satisfactory of a video, comment down below if you want me to see a video of washing them. So this is what I'm looking at. So I have the 2 plows there, the slatted board and the normal plow, and the tether's behind it, and also there's a lot of the implements and rubbish. It just kind of has been gathering rubbish for a while now, and I just want to get it all sorted. But anyways, we'll lift the plows with the teleporter because she's well able for it, and we'll get the plows put away, and then we'll get the tether routed out, and we'll get it brought up to the out farm and put in the shed where it should be, out of the rain. Anyways, also you can see that there, the big cow printed refrigerated unit in the background. That's not for what you think it's for, and you'll find out later in a different video what we're using it for. If you want, guess in the comments down below what you think we're using that big cow printed refrigerated unit for in the comments and find out. But anyways, we're going to get these ploughs moved. Also, we're in the tailwinds of Storm Barra, I think it is, and it is incredibly windy outside. So whatever chance you have of hearing me in here, you will not hear me outside. It's very, very windy. We know talking from outside. I'll set up the camera and we get this stuff moved and we get this grass equipment in the shed where it should have been a couple of months ago. But anyways, we get it done. Moving the ploughs with the teleporter is no bother to it at all. It doesn't feel any way bouncy on the back end. There's lots of weight in the back of it. And it's just a very easy way of moving. I'm not too bothered about where I'm putting the ploughs, that I won't get them out with a tractor, because at the end of the day I'll probably take them out the teleporter. I will have to take them out the teleporter again. It's just a fierce easy way of getting the ploughs moved around. Anything I can move with the teleporter, I'll move with the teleporter. That is the Chrome rake tether on the 6499. Not that easy to put on because let's just say this is a big tractor and that's a small implement for a big tractor. Give you an idea of the scale of it. Should just about have enough space to get the mowers in. Saying that one of the mowers might be in the rake. Not enough space for the rake, and I can't put it in front of the potato harvester because it's coming out. I'm not going to fit the rake in here. Fun. So that is the tether off, and seeing as I've done it with everything else, is there anything needs to be done with the tether before next season? Nope. The PTO shaft is off, it's put on something else, I can't remember what. Parked running, so it should quick service grease and it should be running for next season. Anyways, we'll go get the mowers, we should fit them in, and I'm not going to fit the rake in. It's just not enough space to get the rake in, but I'll get the mowers in. I don't know how I'm going to do with the rake. So that's the mowers on. When the neighbours see me on the road with the mowers, they'll probably look twice now. That is the front mower and the back mower, nice and snug. Really nice and snug. Really nice and snug. So anyways, when we get the potato harvester pulled out, which will hopefully be before the weekend maybe, with any bit of luck, I'll run up the rake then and just fire it in there. Suppose to continue with what I've been doing, both mowers have gone into the shed in working order. No issues, no breakages, not like the front mower last year. I'm not going to show the rake in this video because it's going to take another couple of days and there's not much point. I'd say this video is long enough. The rake, on the other hand, well, it row silage in the morning if you want it, but it needs a few pounds spent on it. Every year the rake needs a few pounds spent on it, primarily in arms and tines and just tightening all that up. Every year that has to be done. 1 year, there's only 1 year I remember that we got through the season without the rake damaging itself or we damaging it. Anyways, we'll be home back to the yard and we'll go tidy up that corner and rearrange them few small bits that I pulled out with the teleporter earlier, and just rearrange and tidy that all up, and that, yeah, get that done.
So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay, won't look away.
That's that tidied up, looking much neater. Just have to bring around the buckets and the troughs around where you keep them for the winter, and the pump and that'll be moved at some stage, because no doubt we'll have to move slurry for someone at some stage. Tends to be one of the things we do mostly in the winter. This video has kind of been an unofficial machinery tour, because you've got to see basically all our most used machinery. Seen most of them. You haven't seen the slurry equipment, which I said before, they need to be washed and parked. Also our beat equipment, our sowers. There's a couple of things you can get to see, but you gotta see a lot of the machinery, a lot of the most used machinery, and a bit about them. So anyways, that's this area tidied up. I've one more of these areas to tidy up where things just kind of get dumped and it's a bit messy. One more of them to tidy up. But anyways, I'm going to leave it at that for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, as always, leave them in the comments down below. That is it from me. Good luck.